What's the risk? A hazard is something that can lead to injury, illness, property damage, environmental harm, or any combination of these. Where can hazards arise in educational institutions? Accidents in educational settings can occur in various locations: on the school transportation vehicle, at the entrance of the school, in the educational environment, in the corridor, in the realms of gaming and sports, in the dining hall or cafeteria, in the garden, in the laboratory setting, in the staircase, in the restrooms. What are the potential causes of accidents in schools? Common causes of school accidents encompass impact, electric shock, automobile collision, collapsing fill, object glass, nail impression, slip, or tripazoning. Possible consequences of accidents in educational institutions. What constitutes an injury? Injuries that may arise from accidents may include nosebleeds, cranial injuries, cut, sprains and contusions, fractures and dislocations, face-injuring injuries, electrical trauma, burns. What measures can be implemented to prevent accidents in schools? Rules we must adhere to at school to mitigate school accidents. It is imperative that we exercise caution and adhere to specific guidelines. On the journey to school, if you are arriving by service, we should refrain from traveling while standing. We must travel while wearing seat belts. We should refrain from entering or exiting the vehicle while it is in motion. We should refrain from speaking loudly in vehicles. If you are arriving on foot or accompanied by a relative, we should consistently utilize sidewalks when traversing streets and avenues. We must utilize pedestrian crossings to navigate the street. When crossing the road, we must look to the left, then to the right, and again to the left to ensure that no vehicles are approaching. We must adhere to the traffic signals at pedestrian crossings, halting when the light is red and proceeding when it is green. On the staircase, we must descend the stairs on the right and ascend from the right. We should refrain from running up the stairs. We must refrain from sliding on the banisters. In the hallways, running in the corridors is discouraged. We must tread cautiously on wet surfaces. We must be mindful of the areas designated for door openings. Electricity, we should refrain from touching electrical panels or opening their covers. We should refrain from tampering with electrical sockets. Fire doors, emergency exit doors. Emergency exits should be utilized solely in situations of emergency. Emergency exit doors must remain unlocked. Restricted areas, we should avoid entering potentially hazardous areas, including boiler rooms, cleaning rooms, and attics. We should refrain from handling cleaning materials. Windows, we should not be leaning out of windows. We ought to refrain from making jokes near the window. The safety limiters on the windows should not be removed. In the restrooms, if the ground is damp, we must tread cautiously. We must avoid a conflict over water resources. In session, running in class is inappropriate. We should refrain from climbing on objects such as desks, tables, cupboards, and similar items. We should refrain from touching electrical sockets.
General Conduct Guidelines. Entry to the workshop is prohibited without the teacher's permission. Please arrive at the workshop punctually and equipped with the necessary course materials. In the workshop environment, loud talking, joking, and running are prohibited. Do not interfere with another person's property or equipment without authorization. The assigned responsibilities and directives are adhered to rigorously. Security regulations, occupational health and safety regulations must be adhered to in the workshop. Protective equipment, including goggles, gloves, and aprons, must be utilized. Electrical machines may not be operated without the instructor's authorization. The workspace is maintained in an orderly and clean condition. The placement of fire extinguishers is understood, and emergency exits remain unobstructed. Regulations for the use of machinery and equipment. Not all machines can be operated without prior user training while the machines are in operation. Actions that could lead to distraction are minimized. Machine malfunctions are promptly reported to the instructor. The tools utilized are cleaned and returned to their designated locations upon completion of the task. Hygiene and organization. At the conclusion of the task, the work area is thoroughly cleaned. The materials utilized are positioned appropriately. Waste is disposed of properly in recycling and trash receptacles. Discipline and accountability. In the workshop, each student undertakes the tasks assigned to their respective responsibilities. Disciplinary measures may be imposed on students who disturb the workshop's order or fail to adhere to the established rules. Damaged materials or equipment will be replaced in accordance with institutional regulations.
What actions should we take upon witnessing a hazardous situation or accident at school? Upon witnessing a hazardous situation or accident at school, it is imperative that we promptly notify our teachers. By adhering to these guidelines, we can create a safer environment for everyone at our school.